Well, hey there, it's Catherine from CatherCooler.com. Today we're going to do a little bullet journaling in our Canvo. So this is the Doodle Garden Canvo. The very first page has a spot for you to write your name and the start date and the end date of your book. And you can see there is that lovely Doodle Garden pattern on the back front inside page also, so you can color it if you'd like. I like to start out my books with an index. So I just have a Micron black marker and I'm just going to write index, really simple font. And then this will be my go-to to find different pages in my book. So as I add weekly spreads and monthly spreads and different lists and whatnot, I can write down what page they're on and then easily find them in my book. So I'm going to start out the very first page of this brand new Canvo bullet journal, and I'm going to start out with a future log. So future log is a great place to do a quick listing of the months and any important dates that you have coming up. I like to do my spreads. I do the future log, which is a big overview snapshot, and then I do a monthly spread. So I have the whole month at a glance, and then I do my weekly spreads. So if I haven't done a weekly spread yet, say it's November, and I have an appointment coming up in January or February, I haven't done those weekly spreads yet. So the future log is a really great place for things like that, to jot down and then transfer to your monthly and weekly spreads later. So I really like to add in the back the number of dots across and down. It's a really great handy reference for later so that you're not counting dots all the time. So I am dividing the page into 3 sections and just using my ruler and my Micron pen to draw lines to separate the 3 sections, and then I'm going to use that for my months. I'm using my months in Doodads stamp set, and I'll just add the months along the top: November, December, January, February, March. I'm using our Midnight CP Mini ink pad, and I'm just stamping them along the top. When you get to the side, like for January, you're gonna see, well, first of all, I'm doing a little bit of practice there. I really like to recommend stamping on scratch paper first, just to check out the inkiness level of your ink pad and your stamping pressure, and just to make sure, once you stamp in your Canvo, it's going to look right. So now I'm going to continue on the other side, do my 3 lines, separating the page into 3, and then do February, March, April. When you get to the edge there, like where I'm doing February, notice how I'm mounting the stamp on the edge of the block. That helps you not get interference from that spiral bind. Also, you can fold your book back, and that helps too. So I'm using a stencil that will be coming out pretty soon. It's fantastic, and you're going to want it because it makes this stuff really easy. Like, see how quickly and easily I am able to make the month. And then I'm just going to use that little piece right there just to draw my lines around the SMTWHFS and then at the bottom. But it's really quick and easy with this calendar and boxes stencil. So stay tuned, and I'll be revealing soon how to get this. So now we want to make the Canvo beautiful. So Canvos are great for organization, for journaling, and for making your life beautiful. So this is the beautiful part. So I'm using our CP Mini ink pads. I'm just kind of pulling out a few colors here, trying to decide on my color palette. I've settled on Party Dress, Orange Twist, Tiara, Lime Ricky, and Fiesta Blue. I also have several of our small acrylic blocks. One will do you, but I really like to have about 10 or 15 on hand just because when I'm using small stamps together, I don't have to keep unmounting my stamps. I can just mount all the stamps that I'm going to use and then use them and then unmount. It's just really convenient. So I have a little piece of practice paper here, and I'm just practicing what my color palette is going to look like and how I'm going to stamp my stamps. And then I'm going to go to the Canvo, and I'm going to just do a border across the top. And on this page, I'm using a technique called second generation stamping. So you ink your stamp it off on scratch paper, and then go straight to your project. This gives you a lighter shade of the ink, and it is a great way to stretch your supplies. It's like getting multiple shades of the same color. So we're stamping it in second generation and then stamping the second layer on top of it in full strength, and you get a really fun look. It's called multi-step stamping. And then we're gonna do the yellow flowers, the lime Ricky. So now I'm just kind of filling in with some leaves, and then I'm gonna do a little black, and then I'm grabbing my blender pen. So a blender pen is basically a clear marker, and you're just going to dip the tip of your blender pen. You can dip it right on top of your ink pad if you want. And then I'm just taking it and coloring over the days, and it's just adding a fun pop of color onto each of those months. When you use one color and then run it off on scratch paper until it runs clear, and then you're ready to go into the next color. Now, cleaning your stamps is really easy. I just have a paper towel that I just sprayed with a water spritzer just to get it a little damp. And then I'm just gonna wipe my stamps off and then take them off the acrylic blocks and add them back onto the acetate sheet so they're ready for using next time. My future log, I wanted to just kind of beef that up a little bit, so I'm going to just draw over it and thicken up some of the lines on the future log. If you have a thicker pen or a marker, you can do it that way too. I just have my Micron pens on hand right now, so I'm just thickening up those words a little bit. Now back to when I was stamping, I didn't really talk about the ink pads. So our ink pads are made of foam, so they're squishy. So just a really light tap with your stamp onto the top of that ink pad to get a fully inked stamp. Foam transfers ink to a stamp really easily, so that's why using our inks is going to give you a really nice solid stamped image. So they're really great that way. You're gonna love them. All right, so now it's time to fill in the future log. So I'm just gonna add in like milestone things like birthdays and any appointments that I know coming up, or really just anything that you already know is gonna happen goes in the future log. And now I'm gonna flip back to the index and I'm gonna add the future log and the pages it's on. And so now I'll know where to find it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is how I start out my Canvo bullet journal, and there's no right or wrong. Everyone's journal is going to be different. I'm just going to be sharing my tips and tricks and how I use mine, and I hope you are inspired to get busy with yours and figure out how it's going to fit into your life. Thanks for watching. Let me know what questions you have in the video description or the comment section below, and I appreciate you hanging out. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon.